Hi, everybody. Well, a guest has proposed a interesting question where for Carnival Cruise Line, and John Heel kind of had an answer for it, but let's discuss it a little bit here. How much is too much? So, what do I mean by how much is too much? A cruise passenger from Carnival uh, put on John Heel's Facebook page complaining about the selling from the cruise director on board. And what he means by that is the announcements. He said 3 times a day, the cruise director is coming on and making announcements. And it's not about, oh, hey, we have a theater show here, we have this going on here. It's about, hey, we have bingo going on here, spend money there. Hey, we have a shop special going on in a jewelry store, go spend your money there. Hey, there's a hat sale today, or, that sort of thing. Hey, deal or no deals going on, come spend some more money. Or, hey, don't forget your spa. There's a spa sale. Go spend some more money. And he says it's like 80% of the announcements is all geared towards selling, selling, selling. Now, John Hill has come out and said, you know what? First off, and he also says that they go on long and they go on loud on the cruise that he just came off. Well, John Hill says, well, to be fair, he says you don't always know how loud the PA system is when you're doing the PA because you don't hear it, right? You're up in an office and you're on the the microphone and you don't necessarily hear the announcement yourself and how loud it is on the ship. I can grant you that. However, when you do this every day, all day, um, over the course of months and months and months, at some point, somebody should tell you how loud you are, and you should ask how loud you are on the PA system. And there's a setting from 1 to 10. And you can tell if there's no setting on it, then you know to get farther away from the mic or closer to the mic, depending on if you're louder or too quiet. So that's not really that big an excuse because I've been on PA systems before and I know how they work as well. So yeah, not going to buy that one too much. But the length is also something that a person can control. However, it is a business, right? Carnival Cruise Line is in a business, and just like on every other cruise line, their profit basically is after you get on the ship. The money you spend to get on the ship and to book your cabin and things like that, that basically gives you cover charge of running the ship, how much it costs for fuel, for food, for the staff, etc. The money they make from profit is from sales and things they sell you extra. Shore excursion, spa, people who buy art in the art auctions, little trinkets, souvenir shops. That's where they make their money. That's where they make their profit. So it stands to reason that they're going to want to try and sell more and more of that while you're on the ship because that's where they make their profit. And that also does help keep prices down lower. It's at what point do you got to consider at what point is it more of a nuisance to guests? And if the announcement goes on too long and it all seems to be about selling you stuff, then people kind of just tune it out in their heads and don't pay attention to it anymore. So that announcement that you're trying to entice people to come down and buy stuff, and you're trying to sell stuff, is actually working at the opposite effect. People aren't paying attention to it, so they don't know there's a sale. They don't care there's a sale because they're tuning it out. However, if you come online and you only announce like, hey, we have a special today in the spa, go down and see our spa representatives and don't forget to check out our shops. And that's the only announcement you kind of make, then people pay more attention to it. And especially when you're doing it morning, noon, and then at night again. 3 different announcements for sales. And if you're going on too long about so many different sales events especially like on a sea day, right? How many events can be held on a sea day that involve you spending more money on board, right? Uh, where people just tune it out and they're not paying attention anymore. So it can have the opposite effect of what you're trying to do. So it's a happy medium, it's a balancing system, and some cruise directors do it right, and some cruise directors just just kind of, oh, I got a list here and I'm going to spiel the list, and it can go on for 4 minutes, and by the end of that 4 minutes no one remembers a single thing that cruise director said. And yeah, it's not helping sales, and it's not helping the temperament of people who are listening to it and just going, well, this is annoying, it's super loud, it's going on forever, and we're trying to have a conversation and I'm not even paying attention now to what they're saying.